Hi, welcome again to Dear Anybody, which is a collection of letters written by my late father, Jimmy Hodge, who was a journalist in the Medway area of Kent. And I'm his son, Kevin Hodge, who just decided to perhaps, in honour of him really, go through the letters he wrote in 1999, the year preceding the millennium. Now, he thought that was quite an important thing to do because I guess at some point he thought either someone might read his collection of letters that he wrote, 365 of them, or indeed perhaps in the hindsight now, something like YouTube. So I've just decided that I'm going to try to reproduce all 365 letters here on YouTube. So it's going to be a fair number to wade through. But we've got today 12, which is the 12th of January, and yeah, it looks a little bit sunny. You can probably see that. We've had a period of snow. But it's now a little bit better. It's very cold today in this January 2025. But Dad doesn't mention the weather, funnily enough, back then. Anyway, his focus today really is on two or three things. One was education, something about calculators. Then he was looking at something about, actually, interesting subject, Mutiny on the Bounty, Fletcher Christian. And then something that popped up from Australia. So first things first, education was on the agenda 26 years ago, as it always is really, and it was reported that £55 million was going to be spent on re-educating our children's use of mathematical abilities. The fact that calculators will be banned for children over 8, so they would have to develop calculator skills. I suppose that went on to develop the national guidelines for maths and English. But he was just bemusing the fact that really that's an old chestnut, and it really was something that, was it really £55 million to decide that? And one minister said that they got it wrong for 30 years. So Dad was quite sad that, and quite surprised someone would admit to that, really. He then said he found out another story. Someone said that the Fletcher Christian had reportedly, when they got to Pitcairn Island, had set fire and scuppered the Bounty, and he thought that might have been a rewriting of history because he couldn't seem to find the actual accounts of what actually happened. So if there's anyone out there who does know what happened to the Bounty and Fletcher Christian and his descendants, I think probably it's a matter of public record, but he didn't seem to know at that point, which is a bit unlike Dad. And lastly, he was bemoaning the fact that apparently from Australia came, and this is probably a little bit relevant in that we've now very much a vaping society. Back in 1999, vaping would never have, no one would have known what you're talking about, but in an effort to cut smoking, we now are in the vape age. Anyway, what he said, that here are the lager swillers of Australia. Scientists there have developed the first alcoholic ice lolly. They're calling it Liquor Pops, packing a 6% alcohol punch. The lollies are in 5 flavours and spiked with vodka, whiskey, rum and melon liqueur. They will also be sold off in off licences for about £1. So parents are concerned that the pops could be harmful for children. So I think we went through that Alco Pops phase, didn't we, where people were worried about drinks being a sort of bit directed to children because of their flavours. And of course vaping has a similar problem where you can get strawberry and vanilla and all sorts of flavours of vaping, but nonetheless contain nicotine. So I guess in the grand circle of life, in over a quarter of a century, things are still similar, really. People are still worried about alcohol, still worried about smoking, but a little bit of history there about the Bounty. So if you've got any comments, please do feel free. Anyway, that's all from me today, and look forward to seeing you tomorrow. My day, you go. Bye.